Hey folks, Nas here. Another episode of Medieval Dynasty in our challenge season 3. Let's see, so today we've got the chapter 7 resourcefulness quest. We've got to construct resource storage, and we have to construct a woodshed, and then we need to get to at least 10 buildings. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do all of that in this episode. But we're definitely going to get some of it done. So we're in the first day of summer. Our crops were all done and everything. We had onion and carrot, and then of course cabbage down there on the end. What I wanted to do, we planted 15 crops of each of those items. So what I wanted to do is actually see how many of each crop we got to see how close they were together as far as how many items. Now, as far as the seeds go, we got almost the same amount of seeds. We just shy one extra seed on the onion, and that was out of 15 seeds planted. So we got almost double back what we planted. So that's good. And then as far as the food, so the cabbage was 115, the onion was 137, and then the carrots is 168. So I'm not sure that's how that differed so much from the seeds, but we got the least amount from 15 cabbage seeds, and we got the most from carrots. Now, if we look in the recipes here, let's see, no, it's under tavern. So the meat and gravy, that requires 3 onions. Well, the onion was, what, 137, I think is what we got for that, and then 1 meat. And then the stew is 2 carrots, 2 meat. So depending on how much meat you're getting, it looks like carrots might be a little bit better, even though it's a smaller food nutrition, as to where the meat and gravy is a higher food nutrition, but it requires 1 extra onion. And then the potage, which is the cabbage, requires 2 cabbage and 3 meat, but it's still only 30 food. In my mind, this is probably the least efficient of the 3 to try and actually grow and make. One, we got the least amount of cabbage. And it requires at least 1 extra meat over the stew and 2 extra meat over the meat and gravy. And the meat and gravy and the potage are the same food value. So in my mind, meat and gravy is probably going to be the way to go, because you get 30 food and it takes only 3 onion. And if we are getting, you know, a little more onion than we do, a little more onion than we do cabbage, then this one definitely makes more sense, and it requires you to actually do less hunting. Now, if you're going to have somebody in the hunting lodge, hunting may not be an issue, you know, getting the meat and things like that. So you might be able to do the other items as well. But as far as the planting, so the onion is planted in the spring, collected in the summer. The carrot is planted in the spring, collected in the autumn, and then also, you know, planted in the winter and collected in the summer. So it's got a couple of different times a year that it can be planted. So you could actually rotate crops out and plant more, possibly plant more carrot seeds. But then you're doing a lot of micromanaging on planting the carrots and swapping crops and things like that. And then the cabbage, planted in the spring, collected in the summer, and then planted in the summer and collected in the autumn. So you could actually collect cabbage, you could plant it and collect it twice a year. So that, I mean, it does produce quite a bit at that point. So in my mind, though, I still like the onion seed. Just plant more of it. But anyway, just kind of wanted to go through that and show you guys, you know, how much seeds we got back out of 15 seeds planted, and then, you know, what the ratios were as to how many carrots and cabbage and things like that. Now I'm probably going to be doing multiple crops anyway, just as a variety of items available, and then it'll also give me excess for rot. So if you're wanting to go this route of, you know, planting the items and doing rot, then maybe the carrot is probably a good thing to plant a big crop of carrot, because it can be planted and harvested twice a year, it looks like. But again, it requires micromanaging. So like you're going to have to turn one crop off in the spring. What was that? Let's see. You turn one crop off in the spring and let them plant that, and then, right? Let's see. He's planting in the spring. Yeah, because once they plant in the winter, then if you say you have two big crops, if you get to where they're planting in the winter, then you'll never plant carrot in the spring again if you leave it on autopilot. But if you micromanage it and say you have two different farm plots, crops, then you turn one off to where they're not going to plant during one crop during the spring, and then after they get it planted, you turn that second one on and then tell them they can plant carrots in the winter, and then you do that every year, and you'll constantly have two crops of carrots. I personally don't like to micromanage those kind of things like that. I like to get them set and let them go on autopilot. But what I do like to do, and we did this in season 2, is the fishing hut, and let the fishing hut bring in the fish, and then just use the fish for, you know, fish and any excess vegetables and stuff for the rot. Now in this season, we're probably going to get into possibly having animal pens and producing fertilizer that way as well. So we should have plenty of avenues for fertilizer for crops, and then we can plant some big crops for wheat and flax, and be able to sell the extra seeds for some money and things like that. But that's going to be a little bit later on in the series. But anyway, let me go out, because I don't know. Oh, let me get rid of all of this food stuff and see how much wood we have to maybe start at least getting the resource storage built. Let me see. I don't know if I can put all of this in there or not. Oh, we got 200. Let's see if I can put that stuff in there. Ooh, 134. Okay. I've got one potage and one gravy. Let's see. Do I have any more? Yeah. Okay. Let's take the meat and gravy. How much is left on that potage? 50. How much is on that potage? 87. Okay. We'll just do that. That way I've got enough food on me. There it is. I should have put those seeds in there too. Let's eat that meat and gravy. Let's... I guess I gotta go get water in my bucket. Let's put these seeds away. Sorry about that. Seeds. 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 Plate. There we go. Put all that in there. I'll worry about my water in just a minute. I did collect some logs. I just don't know how many I collected. Let's see. We got 16 there. Okay, so we got 3 stacks of 16 logs, which should be enough logs to get the resource storage done. So what I'm going to do is it time to sleep yet? I don't think it's quite time to sleep. Oh, it looks like we have a quest in Gustovia, 2 available, and then 1 we got to turn in. What do we have to turn in here? Is it the Elwyn story? Yeah, it looks like we got to talk to Elwyn. He's going to give us a flatbread. We're still waiting for further events for Unigast. So let's get the resource storage built. Do I have my hammer on me? I don't. I also need to get water. Alrighty, let me get some water, my hammer, and let me start getting that resource storage built, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty, folks, we got the resource storage done. You can see there it's no longer on the quest lists. Let's see. Let's hit this B and get that animal husbandry off the screen there. There we go. Let's see. So now we got to build a woodshed. Let's see. Building. Extraction. Woodshed. Worker building, cut down trees to obtain logs and sticks. The work range is limited to 15 meters. It should be built in the forest. Okay. I don't know whether that is true or not at this point, but we will build it nonetheless in the forest. So let us, where do I want to build? Do I want to build it behind us? Let's see here. Because I could build it back here, because we have that, like, this little path coming up through here, coming back here. Because I'm trying to put houses and stuff along here. Matter of fact, we're gonna end up having to build a couple of more buildings. I could put the woodshed back here with the Wysant. What is that? Oh, it's a deer. That was weird. He had his head down. I couldn't tell what it was. Let's see. Not sure if I want it over here or if I want it on the other side over there. I'm kind of thinking on the other side. Now, we could put it over here where I've cut down a bunch of trees already. Like right through here. We got clay deposits there. We'll end up getting some of that so we can create daub and stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of tree stumps right here. So theoretically, I could put it over in here. And it worked just fine. Because I've left some trees up. You know, like maybe like right in through here. Right near the road, but yet it's amongst the trees. Hey, Mr. Foxy Fox. Yeah, how about we do that? Maybe right in through here. Okay, so how much? I don't remember how many. Oops, wrong click. Here we go. Extraction. Okay, so we need 6 logs to just build the frame. So let me go grab 6 logs and I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see about getting. Hey, Mr. Foxy Fox, how you doing, buddy? Okay, let's... I'm thinking just literally right here off the road will probably be fine. Let's do an F5 in case I don't like how it places near the road. I don't think that's too bad. Alrighty, what do we need? We need some straw for that. I already got a log for it. A log for that. Alright, let's go back and grab what looks like 8 straw and let's get that woodshed done. Excuse me, Mr. Fox. Alrighty, there we go. Woodshed is complete. And they're going to need an axe in there, so I'll go ahead and I'll put my axe in there for now, so at least if we recruit somebody, there's stuff in there. Now, on the hunting lodge, let's do this. I want to go into management. So the woodshed here, yep, so they require an axe. We got one in there. The barn, does it say that they require any tools? It does not say that the barn requires any tools. The hunting lodge just says it requires a knife. Now we can make a knife and put in there. That's not a big deal. As far as the workshop goes, they require a hammer. Because if I put anybody in the workshop, they're pretty much just going to be making bowls and plates for the food and stuff. And of course the smithy's not built yet, but it also requires a hammer. You know what? I think we're going to call this an episode. If you folks are liking these, definitely hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And we will see you folks on the next one. You take care and happy hunting.